Hey guys, I am coming to you again today from the YouTube channel Therapy Rocks. My name is Catherine Newton. I'm a licensed clinical social worker who has lots and lots of experience working with complex PTSD and helping people recover from their trauma so they can live their lives and so they can learn to play again. I really like that thought that when we get unhooked from our trauma memories and we get desensitized and we get managed and healed, that we're able to learn to play again and learn to really experience what it feels like to be carefree. So today I just wanted to talk about stages of trauma recovery. Now, certainly people heal from trauma in all kinds of ways. So I don't want to imply that there's only one way to heal. But one thing I have discovered is unless you have a way to organize your recovery in your own mind, it's really easy to get lost and confused. It's easy to have if you think about a computer having 100 files open at one time, sometimes that's what it can start to feel like. When you're in trauma recovery, if you have no language to talk about your symptoms and you have no framework. So stages of trauma recovery, I think it was first talked about by Judith Herman in her book in 1992, Treatment Options for Treating Trauma, something like that. I'm not sure about the title, but she's been a leader in the field. And so she used a phase approach, and several other people since then have used a phase approach to treatment that I think is pretty helpful. So basically, phase one focuses on safety and stability and overcoming dysregulation. Okay, so overcoming the survival mode, law of the jungle mentality, not just cognitively, but physiologically. So in phase one, at the end of phase one, we hope that you're able to report that you feel like you can be present in the moment, that you're not dissociating into a hyper arousal where you are agitated, angry, hyper aware, hyper alert, anxious, panicky, overwhelmed. Okay, that you are not in hyperarousal or hypoarousal, which is that more numb, shut down, total submission place where you can't feel, you can't say no, and you're real passive. We hope at the end of phase one that you're able to say, not dissociating anymore on a regular basis. I am able to feel my body. I'm able to be in my body. I'm able to report that my relationships are safe, that I'm not hurting myself either through self-injury or any kind of addiction, that I have the ability to manage overwhelming sensations. I have the ability to manage strong feelings that often come along with what we call the emotional flashback that happens. Childhood trauma survivors, if they can get it down, how to manage the emotional flashbacks that come along with unresolved trauma, they have got recovery, the process of recovery down. So that's phase one. Phase one is really being able to manage the symptoms of complex PTSD, manage the symptoms of dissociation, manage the symptoms of dysregulation into hyperarousal and hypoarousal, being able to spend more time in that optimal arousal zone. And I'll show you that chart next video. We'll talk about the optimal arousal zone and hyperarousal, hypoarousal. So that's pretty much phase one. It's to create a life in the present, in the here and now that's safe and stable, so that you are prepared to begin to reprocess memories that are left over, that are unprocessed, using what I do is I use EMDR, eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing to actually heal some of those memories that are still left over. And then phase 3 would be kind of just bringing it all together, just being able to walk it out, you know, decrease your shame, decrease your alienation. You know, so many trauma survivors are so socially isolated because they have discovered that relationships, they come to believe that relationships are not safe. So they end up, you know, basically isolating themselves and not having a whole lot of safe, secure relationships in their life, which is really what we all need. I mean, we all need at least one or two safe relationships that we can move through life with. And that doesn't have to be a partner, it could just be a friend. Okay? Understanding healthy attachment, having a greater capacity for healthy attachment, being able to develop intimacy. The trauma feels farther away, and you're just finding yourself not focusing on it all the time. It's kind of something that happened in the past. You're able to move on. It's not your complete identity. It's part of your story, but it's no longer your whole story. So that's phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. I hope that helps give you a little bit of structure and framework for your healing journey. And I sure hope that if you're interested in more of these videos, that you would subscribe and hit the like button so that more people can have access to this free information. I've said before, I started this YouTube channel, and I really mean this, because I can't clone myself. And I turn away probably 5 to 10 people a week who really need trauma treatment because I can't accommodate them with my schedule. And it doesn't feel good. I want people to have this information. I want people to be able to benefit from the stuff that I put on here. So please comment. Let me know if you'd like me to talk about different topics that you struggle with. I'm happy to do a special video just for you. And there will be, I wanted to announce, I'm excited about this. We're going to be having a healing retreat / workshop October 8th through the 11th. And we're going to be offering that in person here in Missouri, but also online, virtually. So if you're interested in that, go to Traumatized Not Crazy, which is a Facebook support group. And there will be some information and updating on that workshop, you know, as we go forward. And you can also reach out to me through my channel here if you need more information about that. Okay, thanks and have a great day, and God bless.